show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings. Garrett Cole. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Mookie Betts, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Hey. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And that one is in the dirt. Ball 2. Stays alive. Turns and fires to Betts. Too low, and it's ball 3.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. There's a line drive to left field. Bellinger makes the grab, and there's one away. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Cole, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Pitch misses there. Now 1-2.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. On to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
2 down, bases empty. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
There we go.
Batting for left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Right through there for a strike. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
The strikeout and the second of the game for the Cole train. 1 left for LA. We played an inning. No score. Second inning
Leading
set
off
to
for
go.
the
Here
Yankees,
comes Cody
center
Bellinger.
fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Ohtani back to work. That one's upstairs, ball one. Swung on, belted. And it's off the foul pole for a home run. And that gives him a lead. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. And that one upstairs, ball one. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, Boog, he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with him.
Outside, and that's ball two. Ground ball right side, and that one finds its way through.
Batting sixth, catcher Austin Wells.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. And that should quiet this home crowd. It's their second home run of the inning, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Right through there for a strike.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
0-2.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Strike three. Went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
Still only one out here in the inning. That's off the inside corner, and it's a ball and a strike. Just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And it's fouled away. One out, base is empty. One down, base is empty. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, a well-thrown splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance, thinking it's a fastball. Very similar to a changeup, but oftentimes a split's going to have even more downward movement with more velocity. Good pitch.
Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush. Back to the top of the Yankee order. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. Inside, and it's 1-0. A little out front there as he swings through it. Cabrera leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Check on the runner, and he's back in safely. That to right. Pajes sizing this one up. He's got it, and that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And up to the plate is Will Smith.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
He swings and fouls one off. That misses. Now 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's out to center field. And there's one down.
Batting 6, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And that one is in for a strike.
Well, we're expecting to see strikeouts in this one. Cole is in the 2,000 strikeout club and only needed around 1,700 innings to get there. You know, only Chris Sale and Pedro Martinez needed fewer innings to reach 2,000 strikeouts.
Popped up. Volpe drifts towards it. Nabs it. 2 down.
Batting 7, right fielder, Andy Pajes.
And now the right fielder, Andy Pajes. Right through there for a strike. Just missed. 2 out, space is empty. Fastball for a strike.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Dodgers down in order. They trail it here 3-0. And we're back. Top half of the third inning. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Chisholm, a former All-Star, batting second in today's lineup, and he was born in the Bahamas. That one ripped. And a base hit right there. And a good start to the inning.
right fielder.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
We all know Yankee Stadium is a great place for Judge to hit home runs. In fact, his coaches joke and say he can sneeze one out to right. Well, the scary part is it might be true. When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Judge waits. And strike two. Here comes an 0-2 to Judge. That one is absolutely belted back there. And it hits the base of the wall. Coming home to second, but way too late. Safe there. He'll score easily.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. And it's even better when it gets you extra bases. Love looking in at your dugout and seeing the guys fired up.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here comes Belly to take his cuts. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Late that time, and it's strike two. Action in the pen down there. Tony Gonsolin looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Man at second. Gets a piece and stays alive. And the 0-2.
That's a ball.
This one in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Swings and misses. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Right through there for a strike. And that's downstairs and outside. Outside low, 2-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And that one's a little bit low. 3-1 now.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
For the Yankees,
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2. Ball 1 there. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Now one missed. That's ripped. Base hit. Hernandez quickly throws it in. They hold him at third base, and now the bases are loaded.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ohtani will depart, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
New arm out of the bullpen, Tony Gonsolin.
Number 26.
And he comes on in a close game with a pretty big mess to clean up. He's going to have to make some great pitches the rest of this inning to keep him in it.
So bases all loaded up. Goldie digs in now. Went down on strikes his first time through. That misses, and that's ball one. And another ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
2-0. Tap foul at the plate. Next offering is fouled back. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Base hit, one run in already. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases still loaded and still only one away.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
So they're all loaded up. Dominguez now at the plate. In there at the knees, and that is strike one. Breaking ball misses down and away. Rips one to right, and foul ball.
He's getting the barrel to the balls. Just got to work on that timing a little bit.
Gonsolin turns, fires. That one down the line, and that's just foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a swing and a miss. That's out number 2.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is, here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
And a foul ball. Stanton at third. Wells over at second. Goldie on at first with 2 down. And that's off the inside edge. And 1-1.
Let's go, defense!
Fouled off to the right.
Our house, baby! Good now. That's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's go, D!
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Yankees 5 and the Dodgers nothing. Set for the bottom of the third. Michael Conforto will climb in.
Designated hitter, Michael Conforto.
First pitch just misses. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul.
Oh, it's a really good pass to the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way. Just let it travel a hair more.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. Bellinger drop step going back. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. A solo shot. It's 5-1.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one misses. Ball one. One run across in the frame so far here in the last half of the third. Next one misses, and the count now 2-0.
No strike.
And there's the strike. That one finds the zone. 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one not close. And now it's 3-2. Kim tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up.
Up next,
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 1. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And that one misses up and in. And that is ball one. And that one
That's a ball.
cutting but missing down low.
2-0.
Right through there for a strike.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Swing and a miss, a strikeout for Garrett Cole.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or
Now
Uncle
batting,
Charlie, and you
center
can see
fielder,
why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Tommy Edman at the plate. Gets the outside corner with that one. Two down, nobody on. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball one. And that one a little bit high. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And it remains 2-2. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now, doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Jazz tosses to first, and that is that. Dodgers claw back a bit with this homer. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Back here at Dodger Stadium, out of the fourth, here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Anthony Volpe. Ball one, no strikes. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball in a 2-0 count.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. A gigantic blast. And they boost their lead. It's 6-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now, 1 for 2. Inside, just missed.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. You just can't average 2 runs per inning without a complete team effort from the lineup. Everyone's been doing their job, setting up the next guy, and taking care of their own business at the plate.
Fastball for a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Edman going after it. And puts the squeeze on that one. 1 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
It's Aaron Judge now.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
And that one clips the corner.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
In the air, right side. Pajes on the move. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
In the air, out towards left center. Hernandez makes the play, and it's out number 3. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here in L.A., bottom 4. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
1-0 to Freddie Freeman. Just missed.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Pitch misses there. 3-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball. Fires over to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder,
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. This one smoked, could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. The relay, he's in there.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
One down, runner at third. The batter now will be Will Smith. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
That's a ball.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. One away with a runner at third. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Just misses with that one.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. One away with a runner at third. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Muncy at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
0-1's the count.
Pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. Just missed.
All right, Los Angeles.
And that one is downstairs. And now 3-1.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
3-1 now. That clips the corner. Hernandez at third with 2 away. And down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7. 1 hit in the inning, a triple, but they leave him stranded. On to the top of the 5th we go. Yankees 6 and the Dodgers 1. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Gonsolin back to work. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
You know, these Yankees really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
In the dirt, 1-2 the count.
Let's go, Dodgers.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
Austin Wells will hit next. He's already homered in this game. First pitch misses. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Next offering is in for a strike. This one high in the air to left center. Hernandez sizes this one up and makes the grab. 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
2 outs, base is empty. Paul Goldschmidt stepping in now for the Yankees. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So they go quietly there. Home half of the 5th coming up. Yankees 6 and the Dodgers 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now Andy Pages.
Andy Pages.
That one catches the zone. That's strike 1.
You know, these Dodgers being a little too patient at the plate in this game. They found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs, not base runners. And you could argue it's making things more difficult at the plate.
And ball 1.
2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Drops into the glove. That's out number 2.
Now batting, second base.
2 down, base is empty. And stepping in is the speedy Ha-Seong Kim. Struck out swinging his first time. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swings through that.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Off the plate inside, and it's 2-1. In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. So they make short work of him there. We're through 5. Yankees 6 and the Dodgers 1. All set for the start of the inning. Now, Jason Dominguez. Dominguez goes 5 feet 9 inches, 22 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Activity in the bullpen. Michael Grove appears to be getting loose. Garcia also throwing. Gonsolin fires.
Hey! 1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Good eye right there. The next pitch misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Good job to fight that one off. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Cabrera in the box now. No balls and a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Way out front for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Oh, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Anthony Volpe. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
Tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And we're back. Now it's the shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Line drive, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, here comes Tommy Edman. 0 for 2 in this one. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with.
And that one hammered. In one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. One out, runner at second. There's Freddie Freeman now. There's the strike.
0-1. Yeah.
Battling here as he fouls it away. One out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
Oh, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Hernandez, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Come on, Dodgers!
There's a swing and a drive. And out of here. He'll touch them all. It's 6-3.
This crowd back alive. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Will Smith to the plate. In there, and it's 0-1. Yankees up by 3. And that skips in the dirt. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
2 strikes.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. And they've doubled up now. It's 6-3. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Alex Vesia.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 now. Stays alive. 1-2 here. Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
And ball one to Judge. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next pitch is outside.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a high fly ball to left.
Oh, yeah.
He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 7th inning stretch time. Yankees 6 and the Dodgers 3. A new arm into the game, the righty, Fernando Cruz.
Now pitching for the New York Yankees, number 63, Fernando Cruz.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Luke Weaver getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Just missed. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2. 2-2 to count.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Pajes in the box here lets that one go for a ball. The Dodgers trailing by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him swinging.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
And here is Michael Conforto. A little bit high, and it's 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
And another ball. And it is 2-1.
2-1.
That one missing inside. That one's in there. 3-2 now.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Do it again.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Cut on and lifted in the air. Dominguez sizing this one up. Hauls it in to end the inning.
Come on.
Now pitching.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Michael Grove.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And there's the strike. Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. He'll do it himself. First out in the top of the 8th. And here is Austin Wells.
Strike out some batters.
On the ground to first, Freeman steps on first for the out.
Good two-seam action right there, running away from the batter, rolled over it, got the ground out.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for New York, Paul Goldschmidt. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Michael Kopech getting loose out there. Bonda, the power lefty, up as well. Slice down the right side. And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And the slider just misses. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Let's go, Dodgers!
And they'll do it again. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Down in order go the Yankees, but they still lead it 6-3. Luke Weaver taking over on the mound.
Now pitching for the New York Yankees.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hye-Sung Kim. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Up and in, 1-0.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Over to Goldie. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Come on, Dodgers, let's go!
Looking good, Dodgers.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Come on, Los Angeles.
And there's a foul ball. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And downstairs,
2 strikes.
the Yankees leading by 3 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. The shortstop takes the ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Come on now, let's go.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Let's go, kid.
And that's in the dirt. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That'll fire up the dugout, and they inch closer. It's 6-4. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts, finally squared one up. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Let's go, baby.
Base is empty, 1 away. And up next for Los Angeles, Tommy Edman, 1 for 3. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting first base.
Here comes the 2024 World Series MVP to the plate. Freddie Freeman was good all postseason, but man, the World Series was something else.
Yeah, probably the easiest MVP choice of any World Series, which is especially impressive with the amount of superstars on the Dodgers. Freeman tied a World Series record with 12 RBIs, and we'll never forget that walk-off grand slam in Game 1.
Tying run at the plate. Not even close there. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
The tying run at the plate. He goes down looking.
Fastball inside just freezes the hitter. I don't think he was ready to pull the trigger. A lot of times hitters are looking away, and that one locked him up.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Runner on the move. Pitch misses.
That's a ball.
Throw there. Safe. Edman at second with 2 down. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Run comes in from second, and they trail by 1.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Luke Weaver gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Devin Williams. Not many pitchers have it, but he'll break out a screwball from time to time.
Devin Williams.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. In there for strike 1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Let's go, Dodgers.
So the tying run at second. Late swing, fouled off.
Whoa, that's there.
Squirts away a little bit. Tag, safe. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Wells gathers, throws the first, and it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and 1 left on. Through 8 full, Yankees 6 and the Dodgers 5.
Now pitching.
So a lefty out of the pen, Tanner Scott. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Scott measures 6 feet even, 30 years old now, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2014. The 1-1. That's a little bit low.
2 balls, 1 strike. All right, Dodgers.
Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So a man at first. And next for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera. Bunts it in the air. Freeman makes the grab, one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Snap throw to first, and he's back in there.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Runner on the go, and a pop-off right side, foul territory. He dives but can't make the play, and that's a foul ball.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
A little bit low. Now 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And a slider in there for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Got him looking. 2 away now.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
So 2 down now, and here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Step off throw to first, and he dives back in safely. Runner on the go. Ball misses. Throw safe. That one inside. Now 2-0. That one pulled foul. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Jazz goes down on strikes. So no runs in the inning despite the leadoff walk, and that does it. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. Yankees 6 and the Dodgers 5. And now it's Max Muncy.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Check swing, no appeal. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Oh, that's just out.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the tying run is on base here in the bottom of the 9th.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
0 for 3 in this one.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Trying to move him over here. On the run, sends it over to first. Nicely done for the out.
No, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner into scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second.
He's 2 outs away.
The batter will be Michael Conforto.
Come on, LA.
0 and 1.
And that one is lifted in the air. Judge settles underneath it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Hassan Kim.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's the second baseman, Hesung Kim, trying to deliver as the hero. And that one upstairs. So the tying run at second. Swing and a ball popped up. Volpe. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, someone from the bullpen had to come in, get a big out, and then had a little time to think about it before he went back out to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. Nonetheless, outstanding job to get the save and secure the win for his team.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
And now, please welcome your Los Angeles Dodgers.
Just about ready to go. And on the mound in this one, Shohei Ohtani. How about a report on him, Chris?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Anthony Volpe, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And the right-hander deals. And another ball. Just missed.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Hey.
Center field. Edman in position. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. at the plate now. That's ball 1.
Strike. Hey.
1 out, bases empty.
Let's go, showtime. Swing. Ball 2.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Let's go, LA. Full count. Let's go, LA.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Batting third, right fielder.
2 down,
Aaron
bases
Judge.
empty. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. And takes low for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Judge waits. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Ball 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2.
3.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Yanks held in check. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. On the hill here today, Garrett Cole.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Bottom of the first. Here's the veteran shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts.
Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled. Jump throw, got him. Great play to keep the leadoff man off base.
Center fielder, Tommy Edman.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. There's a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
It's a K from the Cole train.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. but then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table,
Ball 1, no
and you
strike.
can't make contact.
Right through there for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty.
Next offering is downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Dodgers go down quietly, scoreless after 1. Back here in L.A., top of the second, and up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Ohtani back to work. Top of the zone for a called strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. 0-2 now. That one just misses.
Punch him out.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
Up the middle, Kim. In plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 6th, catcher Austin Wells.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Yeah, there's the strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Goes down looking. So the Yanks go in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning. Here's the veteran outfielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
1-1 now. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. First pitch, not close. Second inning here, no score. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count even at 1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
Max Muncy stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
Let's go, Max.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. And another ball. And he walked him on 4 pitches. And that's their first base runner of the game.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Yeah, the batter now, Andy Pajes. Right through there for a strike. Muncy off of first with 2 away.
Come on, Andy.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Foul ball still 0-2.
Go back to New York.
2 outs. That one
ball,
misses,
2 strikes.
and it's 1-2. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. And the inning is over. So the Dodgers leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back here at Dodger Stadium, on to the 3rd inning. And now the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie goes 6 feet 3 inches, 225 pounds. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Just missed. That missed by a lot. And that's ball 3. Inside, and that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
And here is Jason Dominguez. That's in for a strike.
All ones the count.
Top of the 3rd, no score. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Sit him
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Batting ninth, third baseman,
Oswaldo Cabrera, the next to hit. This one in the air. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, shortstop Anthony Volpe.
Back to the top of the lineup, Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
Fly to center his first time.
The shortstop takes the ball. Two outs. Not close with that one. And now 2-0. Right through there for a strike.
All right, Dodgers. Woo! Swing.
That pitch just misses the inside corner. Full count now.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
3 balls, 2 strikes the count. And he grounds one to the right side. Slings to first, and that is that. The Yanks leave one,
And we are still scoreless.
ready to go for the last half of the inning. Michael Conforto will climb in.
Hitter, Michael Conforto.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. And that one cutting but missing down low.
One strike.
Pitch
Yep, that
misses,
ball went out.
and a count 2-1. To the right side, and he takes it himself for the out.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Hassan Kim.
Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that's in there for strike one. And that's outside. Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. That's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And now the lineup turns over with one away.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Mookie to hit. Grounded out his first time up. And that is downstairs. Ball one. Kim over at first with one away.
We need a base hit here.
Here goes the runner. Pitch is low. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get into scoring position.
Let's go, Dodgers!
Pickoff move to second, and he's back in easily.
Come on, Dodgers, let's go.
Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. The throw, tag, and he's out. That misses the zone. Ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And he walked him.
Ball 4, take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Edman stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Ball 2.
In the dirt, blocked. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. Next offering upstairs.
3 balls.
Freddie Freeman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And that's in there at the knees.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And here's Freddie Freeman. Struck out swinging his first time. There's your strike. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And that one is inside.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. Still no score. New inning getting started, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Aaron Judge at the plate.
Right fielder Aaron Judge.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and heart of the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Just missed. Runner takes off. Ball outside.
No strike.
Safe at second, and that was not close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. And another ball.
You know, these Yankees just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
First and second, no outs. Cody Bellinger getting ready to hit.
A little bit low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Fourth inning underway, no score. Popped up, and the infield fly is called.
Batter's out.
Now batting, designated hitter Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Grounded out his first time. And that one is inside ball one. Chisholm, the lead runner at second. Judge over at first with one away. And a swing and a miss.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3 double play. And the inning is over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Teoscar Hernandez. And that drops in for a strike.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider's more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
And next for LA, Will Smith struck out looking his first time. And that skips in the dirt. On the outside corner, and the count 1-1. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. That misses the zone, and the count now even up.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on 1 hitter.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Max Muncy at the dish. He reached on a walk his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. There's the strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that's downstairs. And the count 1-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And a ball and 2 strikes. That one is upstairs.
2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. 3 up, 3 down that time. We played 4. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Ohtani back to work. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
You know, these Yankees just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. We've seen a lot of soft contact from them, and it hasn't been easy to barrel up the baseball in this one, but I'm interested to see if they can make any adjustments moving forward.
Let's go, Blue.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
One place to start in terms of turning the offense around is pitch selection. I think if they get a little more selective about what pitches they're going after, we'll start seeing better contact.
Edman snags it on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Ball, that's out.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
There's the swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That just misses, and the count is 2-2.
Just missing off the plate there according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Very high with that one. 3-2 now. Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. His first at bat was a strikeout. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Swing and a foul out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
Swings and misses. That is strike 2.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and he breaks his bat. Muncy makes the catch, inning over. Down in order go the Yankees, and we're still knotted at 0. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pajes.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Strike 1.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They haven't produced a run yet, but
Left field, way back there. And it one-hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second, and he's got a leadoff double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the DH, Michael Conforto.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Right through there for a strike.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hesung Kim. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Pajes, the runner at second with 1 away. Next pitch off the plate. 1-1. Fly ball to right. And there's 2 away. Here's Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 1.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And that one fouled off. That's way outside. And 1-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Top of the 6th inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera. Cabrera goes 5 feet 11 inches, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So the lineup flips over at the plate. Anthony Volpe, 0 for 2 in this one. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. The relay throw. The tag out.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. And he probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Now the number 2 hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr., 1 for 2. First pitch misses. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That's to third. Fair ball.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Judge in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Two outs. Movement in the bullpen. Tanner Scott looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Trinan, the right-hander, also getting loose.
Come on, Dodgers. Make the play.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. And safe. It's a stolen base.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Two outs and 1 in scoring position.
Strike him out.
In the dirt, but kept close.
Punch him out. 3-2.
In the dirt, and the runner holds. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Bellinger up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Chisholm
1-1.
at second. Judge at first. 2 out of the inning. In there. And so now 1-2.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
Got him looking. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. And we still have no score. Bottom of the 6th. Tommy Edman at the plate.
Center fielder, Tommy Edman.
There's a strike. Swings through that one.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. So now it's Freddie Freeman.
Off for the Dodgers. First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Need a base hit here.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Just missed.
Way to be patient. Ball one, no strikes.
And that one fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
This one in the dirt. Not in time. He's safe. And now a man into scoring position.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Go-ahead run at second here in the bottom of the sixth. Pickoff throw, and he's back safely. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher Will Smith.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball one. That one the other way, down the line, and it's foul. And a count 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Blake Trinan.
Blake Trinan.
Here's Stanton
Leading
now.
off for the Yankees,
Infield shifted to the pull side.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Right through there for a strike. Inside. Now 1-2. Liner caught it second.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Austin Wells digs in now. And that one upstairs, ball one. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And a 1-1.
Swing. Ball, that's out.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. One down, base is empty. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Strike him out.
Strike him out.
Next pitch way upstairs. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
First baseman.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Get the double play.
Goldie up for the 3rd time and takes ball 1. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. 1 away. Tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the out.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Let's go, LA.
Man on second, 2 down. And that one missing low. And fouled off.
Strike him out.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. 2 down, go ahead run in scoring position.
Sit him down.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Sit him down.
Inside, almost got him. Runner at second, 2 down.
Strike him out. Swing better.
Next offering misses, and the count is filled up. Oswaldo Cabrera in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Punch him out.
Tried to check his swing, appeal to third, and no swing. It's ball 4.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
And the Dodgers will go to the bullpen. Blake Trinan departs, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now fishing.
Tanner Scott gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And up next for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera.
All right, Dodgers.
Let's go, Blue.
Just
Nope.
missed. Wells outs. The lead runner out at second, Dominguez. On at first with 2 down. That's off the inside corner. 2 balls, no strikes.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2 on, 2 outs. And he takes a strike. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
2 strikes.
1-2 ball.
Got him! They miss a big chance to take the lead here late.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here at Dodger Stadium, here's Muncy to hit.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that's outside. And another ball.
Man, he's been really good, about to hit that 100 pitch mark here in the 7th. Man, we'll see how far they're going to ride him, but it's been pretty good so far.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Thought the green light might be on right there, but maybe not. If you're looking to swing in that count, that's the pitch you want.
That one's in there. 3-2 now.
I got 3 and 2.
See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Andy Pajes will hit next. And there's the strike. All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. Ripped to first, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And here is Michael Conforto. That misses, and it's 1-0. And there's a ball. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. And we still have no score. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Anthony Volpe. There's your strike. Action in the pen down there. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Vesia getting loose as well. And a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter.
And next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And the first offering is not close. And a strike in there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
One down, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. It's 2-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Now around second, going for third. The relay, safe. And that's his third hit. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Critical at bat coming up, and in steps Aaron Judge. There's a strike.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
That pitch gets the corner, and that is strike 2.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking. Huge strikeout there.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
Big spot, and Cody Bellinger stepping to the dish. In the air, right field. And that's the third out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Now pitching.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Fernando Cruz. Now, here is Haesung Kim.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
First pitch, and he just misses.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Just missed.
All right, Dodgers.
Here's a 2-0. Bunting for a hit, he pops it up. One up, one down.
Well, I'm pretty sure he took a look around the infield to see where they were playing before laying that one down. And everyone was playing back. You assume that's going to be a pretty easy knock, but he just couldn't put it down in the right spot to allow him to beat that out. Maybe the right idea, but he just couldn't pull it off.
Go, Dodgers.
Betts in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr. getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. fought off foul. Line and a base hit into right. So a man aboard now with one away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
One down. Next to hit, Tommy Edman. And that is out of play. The next offering misses, and it's a ball and a strike. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. That's towards center. Bellinger sizing it up. Pulls it down, and there's two gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here is Freddie Freeman. 0 for 3 in this one. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Betts around second, headed for third. Coming home. He will score, and they take the lead. 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. That's in there. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Man at second. Fouled off left side.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Got him. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 9th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Yankees nothing. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Kirby Yates.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Stanton swings through it for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Punch him out. Oh, sit him down.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Sit him down.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Sit him down.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Good eye in that spot.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Punch him out. Strike him out.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Come on, punch him out.
Strike him out.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Late swing, foul to the left. That one missed. One-run game here in the top of the 9th.
Strike him out.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Strike him out. Strike him
One down,
out.
base is empty. That one not close, and it's 2-2.
Punch him out.
And that's too high.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Sit him down.
Strike him out.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Now the throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So last chance for the Yankees. Paul Goldschmidt, the next to hit. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that puts the tying run on base.
Now batting, left fielder, Jason.
Looks like we've got a
Dominguez.
substitution at first. On the
Pitch
pinch
running
run,
at first
Oswald
for the
Peraza.
Yankees, Number 91.
And stepping in for the Yankees,
Oswald
Jason
Peraza.
Dominguez. Yates throws to first.
No, he's safe.
Peraza back on a dive.
Well, at least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. You get thrown out or picked off, it's over.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second in the dirt. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the 9th. Swing and a foul out of play.
Let's go.
So the tying run at second. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Fastball is outside. Oswaldo Cabrera in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving.
They're not ready to go home quite
Now
yet.
batting, third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
And up next for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera. Down to their final out, but an opportunity to deliver the tying and maybe even a winning run. Just missed.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Let's go.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Next offering is in for a strike.
Finish him. Punch him out. Strike him out.
The Yanks down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
And a 1-0 final score here in this one. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Live from Dodger Stadium, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now, and our starting pitcher here today, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Anthony Volpe, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. The 1-0.
Ball 2.
Let's go, Showtime.
Straight.
And another ball.
No strike.
Fastball for a strike. Swings and misses, and we're filled up.
Full count. 3-2.
Sit him down.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Smith hauls it in, and there's one away. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Look out! And it hit him. Here is Aaron Judge. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Just missed. To short, could be two. Off balance feed, there's one. On to Freeman, double play, inning over. Nothing across here this half. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Back here in L.A. and towing the slab, Garrett Cole. What's the word on him?
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve. And because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
Shortstop, Mookie Betts.
The shortstop takes the ball. Late swing fouled off. Falling behind 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And now it's filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. One gone, bottom half of the first. Take a look at the lineup, and it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
And here comes Tommy Edman.
You got it, Tom. All right, Tom.
Up the middle, and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Nice rip.
Batting third, first baseman.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit.
Counts 1-0.
In the dirt, blocked. Edman leads off first with 1 away.
Let's go, Freddie.
Cole a check to first. Edman dives back in safely.
Let's go, Freddie.
Left-hand batter waits. In for a strike, and a count 1-1.
Let's keep it going.
That misses off the outside edge. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
2 on, 1 out. And now Teoscar Hernandez. And that one fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
The 2-1. Grounder might be 2. 1 at second on to Goldschmidt. That's 2.
Got the batter to hit it exactly where he wanted. That textbook 6-4-3 double play, gets out of the jam and back in the dugout.
All set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. Ohtani back to work. That's outside. Ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Let's go, Showtime.
Right through there, got it. And 1 away. And here is Giancarlo Stanton. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Hard hit left side.
Come on, come on.
Throw on to Freeman. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting 6th, catcher Austin Wells.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Now 1-1. No score here in the second. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And now the count is even. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Offense held in check there. Now to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom half of inning number 2. And here's the catcher, Will Smith. There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
That clips the corner. And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. Swing and a miss. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Once he digs in. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. One out, bases empty. Strike three, and that's two in a row. And now the right fielder, Andy Pajes. Going one.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Judge sizes this one up, and that will end the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. And we're back. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And now Paul Goldschmidt. And that's a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
That's off the mark. And now it's even 1-1.
Come on, Los Angeles!
And that's down and away.
Get out of here, Yankees!
Just off the outside edge. And the count is 3-1. Next offering is fouled back. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting 8th, left fielder,
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. In the air, center field. Edman in position. And it's caught for the out.
Batting 9th, third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Off the mark there. Ball one. 2 out, space is empty.
Let's go, Dodgers!
Right through there for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on, Los Angeles!
Strike three, and that was Ohtani's famous sweeper. Yanks held in check, and we are still scoreless. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the third. Now here is Michael Conforto. Conforto goes 6'1" in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. Swinging a foul straight back.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that's in the dirt.
Got him swinging. Haesung Kim now at the plate. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So the one-out hit turns the lineup over.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. And now it's Mookie Betts. 0 for 1 so far. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That's down. One hops off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score.
Waste no time there. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
One out. Runner at second. And up next for Los Angeles, Tommy Edman. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Betts leads off second with one gone in the inning. Next offering is in for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
That one fouled off.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Caught him looking for the K.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Flying around third is Betts. The throw's offline, he's saved. And they take a 2-run lead.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So 2 down. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He hit into a double play his first time up. And ball 1. And now it's even up. 2 runs across in the inning here in the last half of the third.
And that's a little bit high.
In the air, foul off first. Goldie makes the grab. And the inning is over. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to inning number 4. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Yankees nothing. As we go to the top of the 4th. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
That's ball 3.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Let's go, Blue.
3-0 down. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Shake it off. Let's
And that misses. And that's ball one. The Yankees still looking for their first hit in this one. Runner on the move. Pitch misses.
2-0.
Throw to second. Out. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses. And it's 2-1.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, right
Now it's
fielder,
Aaron Judge up to the plate. That one misses. 1-0. And there's a ball.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Swings and misses. And it's 2-1.
That was straight queso right there.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That one off the mark, and that's ball 3.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Go back to New York.
And Judge spoils that one. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Nothing doing here this half, and midway in the 4th, it's the Dodgers 2 and the Yankees nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you, and leading off the bottom of the 4th, Will Smith.
That's right, LA. All right, Dodgers.
He swings and misses at the first pitch.
0-1.
0-1.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes. Go Dodgers.
That one hit to right. Judge getting an angle on it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one
Now
away.
batting, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Just missed.
Good take.
Next offering is in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
All right, Dodgers.
Fly ball down the line. And it falls.
That away.
Up next for the Dodgers, right
Runner on at
fielder,
first with 1 gone.
Andy
Andy Pajes digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike at 95.
0-1's the count.
Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
0-2's the count.
Ball 1 there.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Swing and a high fly ball right field.
Judge sizing this one up. And he makes the catch. Out number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter, Michael Conforto.
The batter will be Michael Conforto.
He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play.
Muncy, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Let's go, Dodgers.
And that's downstairs and outside.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. 1 left for LA, but they're on top 2-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine. New inning getting started. And now the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. Ohtani back to work. And that one cutting but missing down low.
You know, these Yankees just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
And that's outside, and it's 3-0.
That's through there for a strike.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. Grounded out his first time.
Let's get the easy 2 now. Let's go.
Check on the runner. Bellinger dives back.
Swing better. Ball 1, no strike.
In the dirt, but kept close.